Good evening and welcome to Nellis East Gymnasium here on the campus of Coffeyville Community College for the Red Raven Volleyball home opener as they battle the Lady Trojans of Seminole State. I'm Shane Neal, so happy you're with us here on the Red Raven Sports Network on this Wednesday night. First time we've been in Nellis since last season, and boy, does it feel good. And it felt good for the Lady Ravens to get some momentum in the first weekend of the season. They were down in Texas at the Cougar Invitational and walk away 2-2, including a 5-set win over these Seminole State Trojans on Saturday afternoon. Seminole State comes in with an equal 2-2 record on the season. They were able to secure a win over Arlington Baptist as well as a win over Collin County Community College. A pair of first-year head coaches go head-to-head tonight for the visiting Trojans. It's Bobby Letha in her first season at the helm of the Lady Trojans. And for the Red Ravens, Blair Wyrick goes for her third win of the season. She's assisted by Jeanette Vele. Ryan Leiker, our executive producer, on site tonight. I'd also like to thank our camera operators, Esme Smith, and one of the newest Red Raven basketball players, Butler transfer Sierra Lewis, in the house, and happy to have her helping us out as well. I believe we're going to have the national anthem here before we get you starting lineups and get tonight's action underway. So who would I be to interrupt patriotism? We're going to step away here for just a moment, step away in terms of me stepping away. So you can hear tonight's national anthem. We'll get you starting lineups for both sides right after this. It's Red Raven Volleyball on your home for Red Raven Sports, the Red Raven Sports Network. Welcome back to Nellis East Gymnasium. It's time to get you starting lineups for both teams here tonight. First for the visiting Lady Trojans. A 6-foot freshman middle blocker, number 9, Catherine Borchers. A 5'6" freshman libero, number 10, Lalaya Benoit. A 5'1" freshman defensive specialist, number 11, Yancy Martinez. A 5'9" freshman middle blocker, number 13, Alyssa Thomas. A 5'9" sophomore setter, number 15, Lozaline Makahunanu. A 6-foot freshman outside hitter, number 17, Kennedy Mason. And a 5'10" freshman opposite side hitter, number 18, Lillian Jeffrey. For the Red Ravens, who enter tonight 2-2 on the season, starting at libero, a 5'6" freshman out of Bixby, Oklahoma, number 4, Madison Mosley. A 5'9" sophomore middle blocker from Lyon, France, number 5, Melina Majeri. A 5'9" sophomore setter from Meriden, Kansas, number 8, Lauren Krottinger. A 5'9" sophomore outside hitter from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, number 10, Ava Ashcroft. A 5'9" freshman middle blocker from Caney Valley, Kansas, number 11, Grace Prince. A 5'11" sophomore outside hitter from Meriden, Kansas, number 16, Ainsley Scott. And rounding out the lineup for the Red Ravens, a 5'6" sophomore outside hitter from Blue Springs, Missouri, number 21, Genesis Walker. Both these teams enter 2-2 on the season. Both these teams saw each other just 4 days ago, where the Ravens won a 5-set thriller down in Dallas, Texas. We might end up having half of Tony Turner's roster up there, Ryan. It's a party up there. Look at this. That's the whole. We got the whole starting lineup up there at this point. Red Raven Sports Network executive producer Ryan Leiker on site with us tonight. Our head replay operator Blaine Thornton in the house as well. Happy to be here from Nellis East on the Red Raven Sports Network. Seminole State in their blue sleeveless jerseys with the white numbers and white trim. Meanwhile, the Red Ravens wearing their new reds with the black kind of gradient, if you will, and the white numbers with the white logos as well. Both these teams have seen each other quite a bit in the last 3-4 seasons. Both these teams tend to play some long battles when they go head-to-head. Ravens, Trojans, here we go from Nellis. Have some softball players as well helping us tonight. See Emma Lara, Haley Carlson, they're running your out of bounds on the back line. Also some help tonight from Kylie Copeland, Heather Mowdy in the house. Happy to have Raven softball in the building as well. I hesitate from calling this a delay, but just a little bit of waiting around, you know, make the energy of the home opener sit a little bit. And it looks like we're finally ready to get it underway. Oh, hang on. There we go. Some clarification. Here we go. It'll be Seminole State to serve to get us underway. This is the freshman Yancy Martinez. And we're going to swap to another ball. Man, they're really making you wait for this one, huh? Just let that energy continue to build. Here we go. Martinez to serve to get us underway. Seminole State in Coffeyville here at Nellis. And Krottinger able to keep that one up. Ashcroft with a swing, and that one dug out, kept alive by Seminole State. Ravens try to go on the attack. That's Ainsley Scott. Was it tipped? It was not. Point to the Lady Trojans. These two teams traded sets back and forth all day Saturday. Ravens won set 1, 3, and 5. Seminole won sets 2 and 4. Serve return from Ashcroft. They set it for Ainsley Scott. Winds up, and this time, Ainsley Scott puts it down for the first Raven point of the night. Return from Ashcroft. They set it for Ainsley Scott. Winds up, and this time, Ainsley. Look at the studious Jordan Bailey in the house, walking in with the glasses on. Tinsley Mitchell comes in to serve for the Red Ravens. That's the freshman out of Catoosa, Oklahoma. And a pretty good serve. Martinez able to make a sliding return, and that one into the net. Point Ravens. Miss hit there from Catherine Borchers. 2-1 Coffeyville early in this one. Seminole has some good size at the net, but both these teams about the same in terms of height here in the starting lineups. This one set to the near side, and that one got a friendly bounce off the net. A kill for Kennedy Mason. So substitutions here. Alyssa Thomas comes back in for the Lady Trojans. And this will be number 10, Lilia Benoit, the libero, serving here for Seminole State. 2-2 early in this one. And Mosley serve return. Crottinger tries to set Ainsley Scott straight down. Seminole able to keep it up, and they're going to get a point out of it. That's a tough return. Scott got full power into that one, but well defended by the Trojans, who take a 3-2 lead. Crottinger sets it far side. Genesis Walker, and it's going to be a point for Seminole State. Four-2 Trojans early. Walker blocked, kept up by Madison Mosley, but that one going to fall. And the Trojans have scored the last 4 points. Early timeout taken by Blair Wyrick. Seminole 5 and the Red Ravens 2. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. You're watching Red Raven Volleyball here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Early timeout taken by first-year head coach Blair Wyrick with the Ravens down 5-2 early to the Seminole State Lady Trojans. Serving here Benoit, and that one into the net. So 5-3, and it'll be the freshman libero for the Ravens, Madison Mosley, to serve here. The Bixby product. That one set far side, and Crottinger able to have no problems with that one. Scott winds up. That one blocked, kept alive by the Ravens. And played over by Walker. Seminole on the attack, and a little bit of miscommunication, just barely got it over. Crottinger sets Scott. That's a tough one. And the point to the Trojans. Number 8, Sydney Koblenz, the 5'11 sophomore, in for the Lady Trojans. Grace Prince returns for Coffeyville. And that serve out of play. It's a point for the Ravens. Good to have Dirk Andrews back on the PA mic. Is it a Raven home game if Dirk isn't there? I'm not so sure it is. We see for the first time the sophomore out of Cherryville, Kansas, Lillian Whitley coming in. Comes in for Ainsley Scott. Whitley. Serve handled by Martinez. They set Koblenz. And now the Ravens go on the attack. What a swing! Genesis Walker. That one had some emphasis. We got a 1-point game. Now the Ravens go on the attack. What a swing! Genesis. Once again, Whitley to serve. 6-5 Trojans here in set one. And a pretty good serve from Whitley. Trojans just have to play it over with Benoit. They set it for Dorian Clough. That's a tough return. Again, they just got to play it over. Ravens have momentum. Whitley sets Walker again. Another tough dig from Martinez. 3 straight playovers from the back line for Seminole State. Now Prince in the middle. Nice dig by Martinez. Longest rally of the day, and it's going to end with a point from Kennedy Mason. Some excellent defense played there by the freshman Yancy Martinez out of Springtown, Texas, and that sets up fellow freshman Kennedy Mason to find the hole in the Raven defense. 7-5, and serving now number 4, Eliana Terrio. Whitley, this one will be played over by Coffeyville. Terrio, and they set Koblenz on the far side. No problems there for Madison Mosley. Walker, and dug out by Terrio. Played over and not over. Mallory Hawk did not get all of it. It's into the net. It's a point for the Ravens. So 7-6. We expected a close one tonight. It, through 13 points, has been just that. Genesis Walker to serve with the Ravens down a point. And they set it to the middle, and that one no problem for Coffeyville. Ava Ashcroft trying to get into the stat table tonight. Hawk tries again, and that one tried to be kept alive, but it falls, and it's a point for the Trojans. So we talked about how they went back and forth in the sets on Saturday. They've gone back and forth in the points so far tonight. 8-6 in favor of the visiting Seminole State Trojans. Not only is Ryan Leiker the executive producer on the Red Raven Sports Network, because that's a kill for Grace Prince, he's also the one that's manually keeping up with the score. Not only is Ryan Leiker the executive producer on the Red Raven Sports Network, because that's a kill for Grace Prince. Way to keep going. That helps me, too. I can turn and see what the score is. Thank you. I was trying to give you credit. Ravens serving with a chance to tie. And that's Koblenz. Blocked at the net. Trojans keep it up. Ravens trying to set something up. Whitley, Ava Ashcroft. We are tied. No, they say it ended up out of play. That one fooled me. I thought it caught the back line. Coach Wyrick does have a challenge card, but maybe don't want to use it this early as Melina Majari comes in for Coffeyville. So 9-7, and serving now is the setter, Makahunanu. Whitley setting Majari. Seminole able to keep it close to the net. Hawk. That one out of play. Clough and Majari got a piece of it, unable to keep it in play. And back-to-back points for the Trojans have them up 10-7 here in the first set. Coffeyville trying to get back into the point column, and that one played over nicely. Ashcroft, how did they get that one over? Burke able to keep it alive. Whitley sets Ashcroft again. Makahunanu able to play it over for Seminole State. Dorian Clough winds up, and that one gonna fall. Terrio kind of got caught, stuck in the middle of digging or setting, and Dorian Clough winds up. That'll make it 10-8. And that one gonna fall. I think we're missing a Terrio kind of got main scoreboard here. It's 10-8 is the score. And Lauren Crottinger in to serve, the sophomore out of Meriden, Kansas. Crottinger. That's a pretty good serve. It's going to be tough for the Trojans to return it, and they will not. Lauren Crottinger helps the Ravens get back within one. And that's an ace for Crottinger. We're tied. Coffeyville looking for their first kind of spark of the night. And that's an ace for Crottinger. More setter with back-to-back points off of serves. Now Coffeyville will look to retake the lead. Crottinger continues to serve, waiting for the officials' delegation to return to play. Crottinger serves. That one gets over. It's another ace. Lauren Crottinger, 3 straight points. Ravens have the lead. Crottinger serves. That one gets over. It's another ace. Lauren Crottinger. And that one going to go long. So after 3 straight points, Seminole able to break the serve, and it's tied at 11. Back into the game, that's Kennedy Mason, as well as being joined by the freshman Yancy Martinez, who will serve for the Lady Trojans. 11-11, set 1. Ashcroft. Crottinger setting it back for Ashcroft. Martinez, that's their best defender. She's been phenomenal here in this opening set. Crottinger tries to set now for Ainsley Scott. That one deflected, and again it's Martinez. Blocked at the net this time. Majerie and Scott team up to say access
Martinez.
denied. Blocked at the net this time. Majerie and Scott. Tinsley Mitchell back in to serve with the Ravens leading 12-11. Trojans get another point, 12-12. And now serving the libero, Lalaya Benoit. Scott, big swing. That was straight disrespectful from Ainsley Scott. Scott, big swing. That was
somebody.
straight
That's assault.
disrespect. 13-12 Ravens lead. Serve coming here from Madison Mosley. Maka Hunana setting, and that one is long, Raven point. Coffeyville trailed 10-7. Since then, they're on a 7-2 run. Mosley to serve again. That one returnable. And setting it on that far side. What a dig. Gonna be tough. And it does get down for the Ravens. Scott made sure of it. 8-2 run. What a timeout. Trojans. Gonna be tough. And it does
The
get
Ravens
down
for
the
the
Ravens.
Ravens. Momentum back.
Scott made sure of it. 15-12 Coffeyville. Let's take a short timeout. You're watching Red Raven Volleyball here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Coffeyville up 3 here in set 1. We'll be right back. Coffeyville on an 8-2 run that forces a Seminole State timeout. 15-12 Ravens here in set 1. Shay Neal with you on the Red Raven Sports Network. And Madison Mosley continues to serve for Coffeyville. Each coach has used one of their 2 timeouts. And this one dug out by Mosley. Crottinger setting. Ravens have control. And Walker cannot keep it in play. These Raven outside hitters are swinging with intent in this opening set. We've already seen a couple mean spikes from Ainsley Scott. That was a powerful swing from Genesis Walker. 15-13, they set it for Scott. Scott feeling good early, she's got another one. 15-13, they set it for Scott. Scott feeling good early, she's got another one. In for Lauren Crottinger. Lillian Whitley checks in for Ainsley Scott. Big thanks to our executive producer, Ryan Leiker, Head replay operator Blaine Thornton and our two camera operators tonight, Esme Smith and Sienna Lewis. Whitley to serve, Ravens up 16-13. That's a beautiful serve from Whitley. And the Ravens have a 4-point lead. The serve received
Whitley to serve,
Ravens
up
up
16-13.
That's a beautiful serve from Whitley. And the Ravens have now a 10-3 run for Coffeyville since they trailed 10-7. This one is playable for the Trojans, and that's Balintz. This one returnable, Mosley. Setting, and that one kept up by Lillian Jeffrey. Balintz tries again. Ravens on the attack. Dorian Clough with a swing. That one kept up in the air. Longer rally here in the set one. Mosley, Whitley, setting Walker, and Walker puts it down for the Red Ravens. The largest lead of the set for Coffeyville, setting Walker, 13. And Walker puts it down for the Red Ravens. And they continue to try to get Sydney Koblenz going. That's number 8. And that one put down by Kennedy Mason, who's had a nice first set, the freshman out of Tecumseh, Oklahoma. Mason gets a breather back in. That's Ileana Terrio. Also in is Mallory Hawk, the sophomore out of Choctaw. Great crowd on hand for the home opener tonight. Terrio's serve. Mosley, Whitley, Walker. And a point for the Ravens. Ava Ashcroft about to check back in. Coffeyville with a 5-point lead. And it feels like Ava Ashcroft hasn't even really gotten going yet for the Red Ravens. That's been their best attacker all season so far. Genesis Walker serves. And that's a point. 6-point edge for the home side as they're the first team to 20. Another serve coming for Genesis Walker, 20-14. That one pressed outside for Hawk. What a dig by Mosley. Whitley sets it for Ashcroft. Hawk, that's Koblenz. That one's going to ricochet off the ceiling. It's still playable. Clough hits it long, and a point for the Lady Trojans.
Seminole State.
Good seat for Coach Herkelman up there. He knows all the best seats in the house. Serving here, this is number 13, Alyssa Thomas, freshman out of Stillwater. Whitley for Ashcroft, and that's a point. And heads up behind us, and a nice snag made in the 4th row. Whitley for Ashcroft, and that's a point. And heads up behind us, and so Grace Prince, the Caney Valley product, serving the Ravens 4 points away from a set 1 win. Each coach has 1 timeout remaining. Prince, that's another great serve from the Ravens. The serving in set 1 has been phenomenal. Remaining. Prince, that's another great serve from the Ravens. The serve.
Point, Seminole State.
22-16, and Seminole will serve, and this is the setter, Losaline Makahunanu. That's a pretty good serve. Ashcroft gets fed. Ava Ashcroft, her first big swing of the night, has the Ravens 2 points away from a set 1 win.
Ashcroft
back
gets
into the game
fed.
for Coffeyville.
Ava Ashcroft.
Crottinger, Ainsley Scott. Her first big. Crottinger helped the Ravens get 3 consecutive points the last time she served. They're 2 points away from a set 1 win here tonight. Crottinger will serve. This one is returnable, and from the back line, Benoit plays it over. Now setting it near side for Ainsley Scott. And Hawk plays it over. Ravens on the attack again. Crottinger setting it in the middle for Mazuri. Set point, Coffeyville. As Melina Mazuri setting it in the middle for Mazuri. Set point, Coffeyville. Set point, Crottinger to serve. And that one partially blocked, but it makes its way over. Seminole fights off the first set point. Back in is Yancy Martinez, also back in Kennedy Mason. You could argue those have been the two best players for Seminole so far tonight. Martinez serving, and Seminole still down 7. A lot of work to do. That one is in on the back line. Service ace for Yancy Martinez, 24-18. So now the third set point for Coffeyville. And this crowd ready to explode if the Ravens can put a bow on this first set. Yeah, but that's going to be a second consecutive ace. As Ashcroft and Burke could not handle it, Martinez has given them their third consecutive point, 24-19. Coach Wyrick does still have one timeout at her disposal. That one is out. And the Ravens win set one. Set one in the books, 25-19. Coffeyville trying to win their third match of the season and their first in front of the home crowd. 25-19 in set one. Set two coming up next. You're watching Red Raven Volleyball here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens capture set one in front of the home crowd, 25-19. Shane Neal with you here on the Red Raven Sports Network, the 2026 home opener. And the first match in front of the home fans for head coach Blair Wyrick and assistant coach Jeanette Vele. And off to a strong start, some excellent serving from the combination of Lauren Crottinger and Lillian Whitley, as well as some strong hits from Ainsley Scott, Genesis Walker, Melina Marjorie, and Ava Ashcroft have the Ravens out 1-0. But when these two teams played on Saturday, like we mentioned, it went back and forth. Seminole won sets 2 and 4 before the Ravens took set 5. So these two teams have been evenly matched, it feels like, for a number of seasons now. And we know, everybody in this building knows Seminole just getting started here tonight. There's still a lot of match to go here inside Nellis. Would like to take an opportunity to thank Coffeyville Community College. We are using some brand new equipment tonight on RRSN for the very first time. Some new headsets, a new mixer board. Let me tell you, this stuff's pretty cool. It feels like we're flying an airplane down here, and it's pretty awesome. So very appreciative for our friends at the college that helped us make this possible. We try to make the Red Raven Sports Network as good as it can be, as strong of a production as it can be, and this new stuff's only going to take it up another level, and we're stoked for the rest of the season and hope you'll be alongside for the ride.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 8, Lauren Crottinger.
Crottinger to serve as we get set number 2 started here tonight. As even more fans start to file their way in. Benoit able to get down on a knee and get it. That one hit long, though, and point Red Ravens. Good things have happened so far tonight when Lauren Crottinger has been serving. She looks to keep that stretch going. Martinez able to corral this one and finds Kennedy Mason. That was a near impossible dig. And it gets down for the Trojans. So now it is the libero, Benoit, serving here for the Red Ravens. Ashcroft able to get that back into the court of play, and now Seminole tries to go on the attack. That hit hard, but hit out. Point Ravens. Now, I cannot predict, as we have some substitutions here. Looks like Tinsley Mitchell, Genesis Walker going to come in. I cannot predict what's going to unfold here in the next 60 minutes or so. But there's a good chance you're going back and watching this because it was a recording. Currently, the Wi-Fi is down. The internet is down here at Nellis Hall. And so we are creating this broadcast, not technically live, but you may be watching this back at a later time. That's a point for the Trojans. Point being, I just wanted to say we appreciate your patience and understanding. And as soon as the internet is back live here in the building, we will hope to get that onto the stream as soon as possible. Crottinger setting far side for Walker, and that one is out for a Trojan point. So 3-2 lead for Seminole here early in set 2. Ravens try to get a point back. Ainsley Scott. They somehow play it over. That ball was slaughtered. Scott going to try again. And this time it is going to find the court. What a start to the night it's been for Ainsley Scott. Scott going to try again. And this time it is going to find the court. Come back in. Madison Mosley serving for the Red Ravens. They set it for Koblenz. And that's going to be a tough return. It's down for a Trojan point. We see the return of Ileana Terrio. Terrio, a sophomore out of Elgin, Oklahoma. That's a tough return, and it's down. Service ace for Terrio. And 5-3, the Trojans. Genesis Walker. They will set Hawk here on the near side. That one is down. And that is Mallory Hawk, one of the most experienced Trojans on this team. And another early set timeout taken by Blair Wyrick. 6-3, Trojans in front, trying to take set 2 and even us up tonight. Let's take a short break. We'll be right back here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Lady Trojans here early in set 2. Ravens took the opening set, 25-19. Seminole with you here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Home opener 2026 for Red Raven Volleyball, and we're happy you're along for the ride. Terrio continues to serve for the Red Ravens. Another early set timeout used by Blair Wyrick. That one is absolutely pummeled by Ainsley Scott, who's really hammering the ball tonight. Trojans keep it up, and that one blocked, and that one put down by Alyssa Thomas.
Point, Seminole State.
Ravens started set 1 trailing 10-7, then went on a 10-3 run to take control of the set. So kind of a similar script here early in set 2. Can the Ravens again flip momentum? Crottinger, and this one not going to be hit nearly hard enough to get over. It's another point for the Trojans. So a nice run here with Eliana Terrio serving here for first-year head coach Bobby Letha. Mosley will send it to Genesis Walker, who gets it over. And they'll set it on the far side for Koblenz. And that one will get down. Much needed point for Coffeyville. Koblenz to make it 8-4. Dorian Clough, Lillian Whitley. And that one will get down. Much. Clough, 5'7" sophomore out of La Romana in the Dominican Republic. Whitley, a 5'6" sophomore from Cherryville, Kansas. Set it for Mallory Hook, and that one a Raven point. So a miss hit by Mallory Hawk, and the Ravens catch a break.
Number 15,
Lillian Whitley will serve here for the Red Ravens. Setting it to the middle for Thomas, and Clough able to keep that one up. Ravens trying to play it over, and do. Nice play by Benoit. Koblenz plays it over. Ravens now trying to go on the attack. They set it far side for Walker. Kept up after the block. Now Dorian Clough will play it over. And now they'll set it for Hawk. Tries again. This one kept up by the Ravens. Dorian Clough punches it over. And now punched over, and Koblenz able to finish the rally with a point for the Trojans. Sydney Koblenz, that's a sophomore play right there. Finds the hole in the defense. And 9-5 Trojans. And now we'll see Alyssa Thomas, the freshman out of Stillwater, serving. And she puts some power on that serve, and it's going to find a hole. So largest lead of the night for Seminole. They've doubled up the Ravens here in set 2. 10-5 our score. Thomas serves again. This one Walker. Whitley setting for Clough, and mishit into the net.
Point, Seminole State.
Not even at the halfway point here in set number 2, but very similar to how the start of Saturday went, where the Ravens took set 1, and Seminole has responded nicely here in set 2. Clough this time finds the line. Point Ravens. Ava Ashcroft comes in for Coffeyville. as does Genesis Walker. Still feel like we have yet to see Ashcroft really get going tonight. This team's so dangerous when Ava Ashcroft gets going. That's going to be a point for the Trojans as one of the Ravens reach their hand over the net. And we'll see a sub here for the Ravens. As Serenity Burke is back into the game. And in for Seminole, that's number 15, Losaline Makahununu. And she will serve. And that's a nice return by Madison Mosley. It's going to lead to a Raven point. That's all started by Madison Mosley. And it's finished off by Ava Ashcroft. Return by Madison Mosley. It's going to lead to a Raven point. Grace Prince to serve now for Coffeyville. 12-7 here in set two. Ravens have had a lot of success serving so far tonight. Can that be what gets them back into the set? Hawk has to just kind of bump it over. Now the Ravens with a chance to go on the offensive. And Benoit finding from the back row. That's Lillian Jeffrey. Whitley now setting, and that one down. Ava Ashcroft again. Jeffrey. Whitley now setting, and that one down. Ava Ashcroft again. Ava Ashcroft. Lauren Crottinger comes in for the Red Ravens. So the deficit back down to 4, 12-8. And again serving Grace Prince. Benoit slows it down, and they will set it for Jeffrey. That one blocked. Marjorie and Crottinger, the two that meet her at the net. Benoit slows it down, and they will set it for Jeffrey. That one blocked. Just like that, the Ravens are back within 3. Prince. Makahununu, Hawk. Nice dig. Ravens starting to get some momentum back. Crottinger plays it over. And that's a beautiful play by Makahununu. Plays it over on the second hit. Finds the hole. That's a sophomore play. 13-9 in favor of the visiting Seminole State Trojans. That's a tough return. Nicely dug out there by Serenity Burke. And that one hit long. Was it deflected? It was not. Raven point.
Point, Red Ravens.
13-10 our score. And we do have the challenge cards out if Bobby Latha decides to use it. As Ainsley Scott about to come back in for Lillian Whitley. There you go. After further conversation, the point does stay with the Red Ravens. 13-10, Ravens serving. It's Crottinger. Makahununu setting it for Kennedy Mason, who's been great tonight. The Ravens able to keep this one up. Mosley. And that one over and down. Heating up a little bit in set two, Ava Ashcroft. Mosley. And that one over and down. Back in, as I mentioned, number 16, Ainsley Scott. She has been the Ravens' best attacker tonight. In the middle, that one finds the line. That is well done by Lillian Jeffrey, the freshman.
Point, Seminole State.
One timeout remains for Blair Wyrick. Still both timeouts remaining for Coach Latha. 14-11, Trojans lead here in set two. Big swing, Ainsley Scott, dug out. Crottinger setting Ashcroft, who's heating up. And the Trojans keep it up and play it over. Crottinger again, this time sets to the middle. Longer rally here in set two, played over by Jeffrey. Ashcroft, Crottinger, they try to go back to Marjorie. That one blocked by Alyssa Thomas.
Point, Seminole State.
Benoit, the libero, to serve. A 4-point edge for the visiting Trojans. Trying to rebound here in set 2 and tie us up at 1 set apiece. That serve into the net. Genesis Walker back in for Coffeyville. In for Serenity Burke.
Number 10, Ava Ashcroft.
Ava Ashcroft will serve for Coffeyville. Ashcroft a little quiet in the first set. She has been phenomenal here in set 2. First serve of the night. Returnable and pushed over. Lauren Crottinger, Madison Mosley, that's Genesis Walker. And that's Yancy Martinez able to keep it up. She's done great at that tonight. Blocked.
Point, Seminole State.
I still got it, Ryan. Fingertips. Point goes to the Trojans. And the serve coming out from Lillian Jeffrey, the freshman out of Stillwater. And nice dig by Genesis Walker. That one denied at the net by Ainsley Scott. Walker tries to push it over. Ravens on the offensive. Walker, nice dig by Martinez, but it goes off the ceiling and falls.
Point, Seaville.
Walker, nice dig by
Gotta beware
Martinez,
the roof
but it goes
here in
off the
Nellis.
ceiling and falls.
It giveth, it taketh away. 3-point set.
Mosley.
And Madison Mosley will serve. Bixby, Oklahoma product. Mosley was recently nominated for Defensive Player of the Week in the Jayhawk Conference for plays like that. Mosley, Scott winds up. Was that deflected? It was. Defense to offense. Madison Mosley
Was that
to Ainsley
deflected?
Scott.
It's a 2-point
It
set.
was. Mosley serving again. Ravens with a chance to get back within 1. Koblenz. They try to set it. It's not going to be there. It's a 1-point set.
That will be a
Timeout taken by Seminole. The Ravens right back in it. Seminole 16, Coffeyville 15 in a fun set 2. You're watching Red Raven Volleyball on the Red Raven Sports Network. We'll be right back. Coffeyville on a little bit of a run here in set 2 to get back within 1. It's 16-15 Seminole State in front. Ravens leading 1-0 here tonight. Home opener at Nellis East, and a great crowd in the house tonight. I see Coach Robert Wood, head track and field cross country coach, off to the left. Jordan Bailey's in the house. It's like being on the Hollywood Walk of Fame whenever the Ravens are at home. You see anybody who's anybody here. Ryan Likers here. Mosley, Ravens with a chance to tie it. Jeffrey, Koblenz blocked, and we are tied. Scott and Prince. Mosley, Ravens with a chance to tie
What
it.
a night
Jeffrey,
it's been so far for
Koblenz
Ainsley
blocked,
Scott.
and we. And now Coffeyville with a chance to take the lead. Mosley hits that one long.
point, Trojans.
So the Ravens have been excellent on the serve all night. That was a miss hit. And it puts Seminole State back up 1. Both coaches have 1 timeout remaining as we enter the most important part here of set number 2. Terrio. That one's a tough return. Ravens are able to get it over with Ava Ashcroft. Hawk had to adjust to it. Ravens keep it up. Crottinger sets Scott. That one blocked. Out of play, Raven point.
Point, Seaville.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And right now what's working for Coffeyville is that Crottinger to Scott connection. They'll both get a breather. Dorian Clough and Lillian Whitley check in. Whitley serving with a chance to put the Ravens back in front. Benoit, they set it for Koblenz. That one hit long and the Ravens are in front.
Point, Red Ravens.
Coffeyville trailed this one by 5. Now have an 18-17 lead. Terrio, Jeffrey setting Hawk. Hawk gets it over through the block of Prince and Clough,
Point, Seminole.
and we're tied at 18. Ravens were in position, but could not keep that one on the Trojan side. Alyssa Thomas. And a point to the Trojans.
Point, Seminole State.
So they regain the lead 19-18. It's been a fun back and forth second set. It's been a fun back and forth night so far. That one into the net, and just on cue, we're tied at 19. We got to start tracking ties and lead changes in volleyball because we're going to do laps around what there is in basketball. I promise you that. Genesis Walker, Terrio, and they set it in the middle, and that's a big swing by the freshman Catherine Borchers. Borchers out of Jenks, Oklahoma. As we see the return of Makahununu in for Sydney Koblenz. A lot of familiar faces on this Trojan team that we saw here in Nellis a year ago. Makahununu, one of them. That's a tough return, and it's going to fall. Trojans lead 21-19. Ravens clawed their way all the way back to snatch the lead late in the set. This would be a bit of a gut punch if Seminole was able to hang on. I feel like you really have the Trojans backed against the wall. That's an ace from Makahununu.
Point, Trojan.
Blair Wyrick still has a timeout remaining. She's going to use it.
On the floor.
22-19, Trojans up 3, and we'll look to try and tie us up at one set apiece. We got the remainder of set 2 coming up right after this on the Red Raven Sports Network. As we return to Nellis East. Shane Neal with you here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Ava Ashcroft plays it over. Now Seminole tries to set Mallory Hawk. Didn't get all of that one. Burke, Whitley setting Ashcroft. And what a dig from Makahununu. They set Ashcroft again. Big swing kept up. Whitley sets Clough this time. Got it over. And a long rally here. This is an important point for the Ravens. Whitley plays it over. It's going to be a tough return. They do. Prince, Whitley, they try Ashcroft a third time. This time it gets down for Ava Ashcroft.
Number 11, Grace Prince will serve for the Red Ravens.
Grace Prince serving. Ravens still down by 2. And Prince hits it long. That's a big missed opportunity for Coffeyville. It puts the Trojans 2 points away from a set victory. Yancy Martinez, who has been phenomenal defensively tonight for Seminole. She serves. Burke. Whitley in the middle for Majori, and access denied by Catherine Borchers. Set point here for Seminole State. 24-20, Trojans lead. Look to close out set two. Martinez. Burke. Whitley. Ava Ashcroft got it down. Ravens live for another point. Martinez. Burke. And now the return of
Whitley.
two players who've been
Ava
in the middle of
Ashcroft
all
got
the
it
action
down.
for Coffeyville. Lauren Crottinger and Ainsley Scott. So out there for the Ravens, Serenity Burke, Lauren Crottinger, Ainsley Scott, Ava Ashcroft, Melina Majori, and Madison Mosley. It's going to be a tough return. And they'll play it over. Ravens can go on the attack. Crottinger sets Scott. Big swing. Ainsley Scott. And they'll play it over. Ravens can go on the attack.
24-22. That was
sets
just
Scott.
mean.
Big swing. Ainsley. Ravens still got to fight off another set point. Crottinger. This is going to be a tough return. Benoit got it over. Stays away from the ceiling. Mosley. That one hit long, and that's going to give set two to Seminole State. When these two go head-to-head, it's always a marathon. It's always a battle. Our score through two sets, one set apiece as Seminole takes set two, 25-22. A very important set three. Coming up right after this on the Red Raven Sports Network. Set three coming up. We are tied at one set apiece here at Nellis East. Red Ravens, Seminole State Trojans. Shane Hill with you here on the Red Ravens Sports Network. Set one, Coffeyville's way, 25-19. Set two, the way of the Trojans, 25-22. Before we get set three started, I'd like to thank our game day crew here today. Big thank you to voice of Nellis Hall, Dirk Andrews. Great to have him back in the house tonight. Also, big thanks to our head replay operator, Blaine Thornton, our executive producer of the Red Raven Sports Network, Ryan Leiker, and our on-site camera operators tonight, Esme Smith and Sienna Lewis. Out there for the Ravens, it's number 5, Melina Marjorie. Number 16, Ainsley Scott. Number 4, Madison Mosley. Number 7, Serenity Burke. Number 8, Lauren Croninger. And number 10, Ava Ashcroft. For the Seminole State Trojans to start set 3. It's number 11, Yancy Martinez. Number 9, Catherine Borchers. Number 17, Kennedy Mason. Number 18, Lillian Jeffrey. Number 15, Losaline Makahunanu. And number 10, Lilia Benoit. Both sets have been neck and neck nearly the entire way. They played on Saturday, they went 5. Could we go 5 again tonight? Ainsley Scott, another kill for the sophomore out of Meriden, Kansas. 5. Could we go 5 again tonight? Ainsley Scott, another
Ainsley starting to
kill.
chase a career high in kills tonight.
And it'll be Ava Ashcroft serving for the Red Ravens. And it's a pretty good one for Ava Ashcroft. Played over and played out. 2-0 Ravens. We mentioned it early in the match. It's a battle of first-year head coaches Bobby Lathrop for Seminole State, Blair Wyrick for the Red Ravens. Second time these two teams have seen each other in 5 days. Makahunanu, that's Mason. Croninger tried to keep it up. Ashcroft not going to be able to run it down. First point of the set for the Lady Trojans. Two-one. Benoit with the serve for Seminole. Genesis Walker winds up. This one kept up by the Trojans, and they'll play it over. Walker, Croninger setting Marjorie. Another tough dig for Seminole. They've done a nice job tonight. That one's a tough play over by Scott. Longest rally of set 3 so far. Mosley setting Scott. That one not going to get through the block of Kennedy Mason. 2-2. Benoit serving again. Seminole trying to take their first lead of the third set. Mosley, Croninger. Croninger setting Genesis Walker. And Benoit has no problems with that one. That one blocked. Trojans keep it up. Mosley, Croninger. And can't quite get a set off to Marjorie.
Point, Trojans.
3-2 Seminole. Early set 3. Third straight serve here for Benoit. Ashcroft does a nice job of adjusting. Scott overhits it. And it's a 4-0 run for the Trojans. Do we see another early set timeout from Coach Wyrick? We've seen that in the beginning of each of the first 2 sets. Seminole has been the better team starting sets tonight. Ravens have improved as sets go on. Croninger, Walker, big swing. Genesis Walker. Ravens have improved as sets go on. Croninger, Walker, big swing. Genesis serving for the first time tonight. We see the sophomore out of France, Melina Marjorie.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 5, Melina Marjorie.
4-3 Trojans. They set it for Jeffries on the far side, and that'll get down for the freshman, Lillian Jeffrey. 5-3. Croninger setting Ainsley Scott. Tries to just tap it over. And now Mason is blocked. Scott and Prince. One of the few times tonight Kennedy Mason hasn't been able to get a swing over. And that one never stood a chance. Ravens down 5-4 and in to serve the sophomore out of Cherryville, Lillian Whitley. And that one, they got a piece of it, did Clough and Prince, but that's going to be a kill for Seminole, 6-4.
Now back into serve is Terrio, who had an excellent run in the second set. Ashcroft, that's a tough return. Mosley sets Dorian Clough. Returnable here for Seminole. They set it for Hawk, and Hawk able to get it down. 7-4, Lady Trojans. Now here in set 3, you're starting to see some of the adjustments made by both of these teams. They've now seen each other. This is the 8th set these two have played against each other in 5 days. That serve goes into the net from Terrio, 7-5, and back into the game is Serenity Burke.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 7, Serenity Burke.
So the Caney Valley product, Serenity Burke, to serve here for the Red Ravens. And Burke gets it over. It's Hawk. Nice dig by Burke. Ashcroft gets it over. And that's Koblenz. Whitley has no problems with it. And it's point Ravens. Attack error against Seminole has the Ravens back within 1. So Burke serving once again, this with a chance to tie the match. Tie the set, I should say. Prince keeps it up, but could not keep it up legally, and it's 8-6.
Point, Coffeyville.
One of the rare times tonight, Ava Ashcroft and Grace Prince are really your top 2 attackers. It's very few times tonight we've seen Crottinger, as well as Scott, as well as Marjorie, all out of the game at once. That's a point for the Red Ravens.
Point, Coffeyville.
That makes it 8-7 Coffeyville as they take the lead. And serving here is, once again, Serenity Burke. Hawk blocked at the net. It's Grace Prince.
Point, CCC.
Hawk blocked at the net. Caney connection there. Burke with the serve, Prince with the block. Former Bullpup teammates. That's a tough return. They get it to the middle for Thomas. Prince is there once again. Now Koblenz, that one gets through. Ravens keep it up. They set Ashcroft. Ava Ashcroft is blocked. That one gets over. Koblenz keeps it in play. And a big swing by Hawk. Hit too long, Raven point. 10-7 Coffeyville. So here's the run the Ravens wanted. It's a 6-0 run. And another Raven point. Make it a 7-0 run. Does Coach Latha call a timeout? This is the longest we've gotten into a set tonight, but without one of these first-year coaches calling a timeout. Serenity Burke serving once again. It's a 7-0 run for the Ravens. And Burke hits that one long. Much needed point for the Trojans. Alyssa Thomas. And that one played over by Ava Ashcroft. And that one played.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 4, Madison Mosley.
Madison Mosley serving here for the Lady Ravens. With the team in front 12-8. And Jeffrey will get it to the outside for Mallory Hawk. That one kept up. Somehow the Ravens get it over. That one punched over. Mosley, Whitley, Ashcroft. And that is going to be played over nicely by Mallory Hawk. Whitley sets Marjorie. That one over hit.
Point, Seminole State.
12-9, and the Trojans get the serve back. And this will be the sophomore setter, Maka Hunanu. 12-9 Coffeyville, and that serve goes long.
Point, Raven.
Lauren Crottinger, Ainsley Scott come back in for Whitley and Clough.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 8, Lauren Crottinger.
Crottinger has been the Ravens' best serve specialist tonight. She's also been one of the better setters at setting attackers like Ainsley Scott. Coffeyville a 4-point lead. Crottinger. They get that one over. It's Burke. Mosley sets Ashcroft. And that one kept alive by Benoit. Seminole State gets it over. Mosley, another nice dig. Ainsley Scott winds up again. This one kept alive. Played over. Ravens keep on the attack. Ainsley Scott couldn't quite get that one over. And it's 13-10. Scott frustrated. Not much has gone wrong for Ainsley Scott tonight, and that's one she knows I think she wants to have back. Yancy Martinez, the serve, tough return from Madison Mosley. Melina Marjorie. Trojans will be able to play this one over. Burke, Crottinger, setting Scott. Big swing again. Ainsley Scott on a mission tonight, and it's a Raven point. Scott, big swing again. Ainsley Scott on a mission
We're
tonight.
getting ready for the Raven football season opener on Saturday, so I'm going to use a football analogy here. But sometimes when you watch football, there's the guy on the field that's just, you know, the man amongst boys. Ainsley Scott's swinging, and it's just different. It's just different here tonight. Ava Ashcroft serve out of play, point Seminole.
Point, Trojans.
You got to keep your head on a swivel here in Nellis East when number 16 winds one up. Scott punches that one over. Maka Hunanu. And that one finds the hole. Trojans back within 2. A little bit of frustration there from Coach Wyrick. I think team maybe didn't rotate properly on that rally. The Raven lead is 2, about halfway through the third set. Mosley, Crottinger, Walker, got it through the block. Thomas punches it over. Ravens try to regroup. Crottinger, Marjorie, blocked by Alyssa Thomas, and it's a 1-point game.
Point, Seminole State.
Both coaches still have both timeouts at their disposal. We had a theme of using them early in the set. Now it looks like they might be pushing them back to a close finish. Crottinger tries to find the back corner. Martinez reads that well. That one played over. Crottinger, Mosley, setting Scott. Scott blocked. Ravens stay on the offensive. Genesis Walker finds the back line. Blocked. Ravens stay on the offensive. Genesis Walker finds. And it's Melina Marjorie who will serve here for the Ravens, sophomore out of Lyon, France. That one might have gotten caught up in a wire up there, and it's going to lead to a Raven point.
Point, Coffeyville.
Home roof advantage. It's like the Tropicana catwalk up there. We haven't hit one of the big inflatable tube things yet. But the night is young. 16-13, Marjorie. And Mason blocked. And is it a clean block? It is not.
Point, Seminole State.
So Seminole gets the point. That was Prince and Scott. 16-14 and serving here. Very important serve. It's the freshman Lillian Jeffrey. Walker, Crottinger. Crottinger sets it back row. Mosley plays it over. And a big block by Ainsley Scott. Ravens go on the offensive. They set it for Scott. That one is a point.
Point, Ravens.
Well-deserved breather for Ainsley Scott, who's playing one of the best games, one of the best matches of her Red Raven career here tonight. Whitley, along with Clough, come in for Crottinger and Scott. Some love for the Raven student section. Coffeyville serving up 3. It's Whitley. Student section getting into it. Kennedy Mason. Maybe been the most consistent attacker of the night for Seminole, and she gets one through the block. Eliana Terrio. Trojans down 2. This is a very important part of the match tonight. And that's going to be a point for Coffeyville off the swing of Dorian Clough. Down 2. This is a very important part of the match tonight. And that's going to be a point for Coffeyville. Serenity Burke to serve. Ravens up 18-15. And like we've mentioned a couple times here in this set, both coaches still have 2 timeouts. Raven student section getting very loud. Tough return. They get it to the middle for Thomas. Mosley. Whitley sets Ava Ashcroft. That's blocked. Ravens keep it alive. Dorian Clough winds up and got it down. 4-point lead, Coffeyville.
Ravens
Dorian Clough.
Dorian
Clough winds up and got it down. And there is the first timeout of set 3. Ravens up 4, trying to put Seminole back against the wall. We're back right after this. It's Red Raven Volleyball on the Red Raven Sports Network. Red Ravens lead here in set 3. We're tied at 1 set apiece. Serenity Burke serving out of the timeout. And man, has this Red Raven crowd gotten loud here in set 3. Mallory Hawk, Burke, Whitley setting Ashcroft. Big swing, Ava Ashcroft. Mallory Hawk, Burke, Whitley setting Ashcroft. Big swing, Ava Ashcroft. Coffeyville up 5 and are 5 points away from a second set win of the night. Burke hits that one a little bit long, and the Trojans will take any point they can get right now, 20-16. So it'll be Alyssa Thomas, who's had a nice night, freshman out of Stillwater. And oh my goodness, a mistake gives the Ravens a free point. Illegal substitution. Did anybody catch what that was? Illegal substitution? Oh, wow. So the Ravens will take that, and the crowd giving them a little bit of heckling for it. 21-16. This one pushed over. Ashcroft, Whitley, Close heated up in this set. This one returnable. Hawk blocked at the net. They keep it up. Hawk tries again, and Mosley, what an effort by Ashcroft. And it finally goes as we heard a couple phantom whistles, and it's a Raven point. I heard 2 or 3 whistles in the middle of that rally, but it's a Coffeyville point. Ava Ashcroft came diving right in front of the scorer's table in front of us to keep that alive. 22-16, Mosley the serve. And Hawk plays it over, Ashcroft. Whitley sets Ava Ashcroft. 22-16, and the Ravens, that gets over the block attempt at the net and finds the hole for Seminole State. Makahununu will come in to serve. Nearing the 90-minute mark since we started this one, and we still at least have 1 set to go. And with the way it's gone so far, we may have another 5-set thriller tonight. That would not surprise me in the slightest. Ravens lead 22-17 here in set 3. Makahununu. And that's going to be an ace as it gets over the outstretched arms of Serenity Burke. 22-18. Coach Wyrick still has 2 timeouts. Coach Bobby Latha, just 1 remaining for Seminole. This time Burke handles it. Whitley, Ashcroft comes in, has it blocked, and it's going to fall. That's Jeffrey, as well as the freshman Catherine Borchers. (22-19), Seminole not going down without a fight here in set 3. Makahununu, Burke. Whitley this time will try to set Ashcroft again. This one does get over, and it's a kill for Ava Ashcroft. Burke. Whitley this time will try to set Ashcroft again. This one does get over, and it's a to try and nail down set number 3. Scott and Ashcroft, very early in this season, emerging as maybe one of the better offensive duos in the Jayhawk. Can they close out this set 3? That's a big swing and blocked for a Seminole point. 23-20. Ravens still with a 3-point lead. And this will be Yancey Martinez serving. Martinez had a really nice night on the defensive end, but hits that one long, and it's set point. A couple unforced errors from the Trojans have given the Ravens an opportunity to close it out. Walker comes in for Burke. So now you've got Walker, Scott, Marjorie, Ashcroft, and Crottinger out there. That's a power offensive lineup, but this serve into the net from Ashcroft. 24-21, the Ravens with another set point here. They'll have to battle against the serve of Benoit. Returnable, Ashcroft, Crottinger, it's gonna get over. Big swing, and that's a kill for Kennedy Mason. 24-22. Been a great night for Kennedy Mason. Very impressed with the freshman out of Tecumseh, Oklahoma. Benoit serving again, another set point for Coffeyville. And Ashcroft gets down to the ground to get it. Marjorie kept up after the block. Ainsley Scott overhit. 24-23. And Seminole State only has to battle one more set point to tie this thing up. Coach Wyrick going to use a timeout. 24-23 Ravens trying to end set 3. We'll be right back here on the Red Raven Sports Network. 24-23 Ravens facing a set point, trying to wrap up set 3 here at Nellis East. Shane Neal with you. Benoit's serve is long, and the set goes to Coffeyville. That's 3 points late. And hang on, are we going to have a discussion about it? Just to confirm. I think this is about logistics for set 4. I think we're good. Set 3 is in the books. Ravens 25, Trojans 23. Some late unforced errors give set 3 to Coffeyville. We got set 4 coming up right after this. Don't go anywhere. Ravens 2 sets, Seminole State 1 set. Coffeyville look to close it out at home. We'll be right back on the Red Raven Sports Network. Set 3 goes the Ravens' way ever so narrowly, 25-23. Coffeyville 2 sets to 1 lead here over the Seminole State Trojans. Shane Neal with you here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Happy Wednesday night. Happy home opener here at Nellis Hall. And would like to thank once again our game day broadcast team. Esme Smith, Sienna Lewis helping us out with the cameras. We got Blaine Thornton running replay tonight. We got Dirk Andrews on the PA mic. And we got Ryan Leiker irritating me as the executive producer. Ryan knows I love him. It's okay. Out there for the Trojans to start set number 4, it's Catherine Borchers, Lilia Benoit, as well as Yancy Martinez, as well as Losaline Makahunanu, Kennedy Mason, and Lillian Jeffrey. For the Red Ravens, Madison Mosley, Lauren Crottinger, Serenity Burke, Ava Ashcroft, Melina Marjorie, and maybe the MVP of the night so far through 3 sets, Ainsley Scott.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 8, Lauren Crottinger.
Crottinger to serve as we get set 4, getting ready to get underway. Coach Jake Martin in the house. Crottinger's serve, a good one. And they push it to the far side for Mason, and Seminole strikes first.
Point, Seminole State.
I said it in set 2 kind of skeptically that Kennedy Mason's maybe been their best player tonight. Now that we're in set 4, I can say it for sure. Kennedy Mason's been their best player tonight. 1-0 Seminole here in set 4. Crottinger setting Scott. And that's dug out by Martinez. Scott pushes that one down. It's going to be a tough return, and they are able to make it. Crottinger setting Marjorie in the middle. maybe the best swing of the night for Melina Majuri. We're tied at 1.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 2, Livia Sonika.
In to serve for the Ravens, the freshman out of Poland, Livia Saneka. First time we've seen Livia Saneka tonight. She serves with the 4th set tied at 1. And it's a delay of game call against Coffeyville for incorrect substitution. We're tied at 1, and Saneka's serve gets over. That one kept up. Crottinger, Mosley pushing it for Ainsley Scott. The mobility of Ainsley Scott has been impressive tonight as well. She's moving all over the court. That one will get down for a Seminole point.
Point, Seminole State.
Back into the game for the Lady Trojans, number 8, Sydney Koblenz. Genesis Walker comes in for Ava Ashcroft. Beg your pardon. Walker came in for Burke.
Seminole State.
Now Ashcroft will come in for Seneca. 3-1 lead early for the Trojans. Mosley, Crottinger, Scott. Did that catch the line? It did not. And it's a 4-1 lead for Seminole.
Trojans.
So in all 4 sets tonight, Seminole has started stronger. Majuri can't get that one over. It's a 5-1 lead for Seminole State.
Seminole State.
4 straight points for the visiting Trojans. Crottinger, that one, a Trojan point.
Point, Trojans.
6-1. When does Coach Wyrick pull out that first timeout? As Mosley diving for that one, Walker, it's another point. And does the timeout come
Point,
here?
Trojans.
It does.
There will be a timeout.
6-0 run for Seminole State. They have a 7-1 lead early in set 4. Coffeyville leads it 2 sets to 1, but Seminole trying to force a set 5. They're off to a strong start. We're back here in a minute on the Red Raven Sports Network. Run for the Trojans leads to the timeout from Blair Wyrick. 7-1 lead for Seminole State here in set 4. Seminole needs to win to force a set 5. Ravens trying to end this one in 4, not have to go 5 like they did on Saturday.
Point,
But that's the 7th consecutive Seminole point, making it 8-1. Ava Ashcroft trying to fire the team up, get back in it. Mosley, Crottinger, Walker, returnable, and they set it for Kennedy Mason, and that's yet another Trojan point.
point, Trojans.
So it has turned into a 9-1 advantage for Seminole State. Best stretch they've played all night. Crottinger sets Scott. Big swing by Ainsley Scott. Tries to finish it off and hits the back line. Stops an 8-0 run. Big swing by Ainsley Scott. Tries to finish it off and hits the back line. And that'll bring Melina Marjorie in to serve. Grace Prince comes back in for Madison Mosley. And that one is a point. That's Sydney Koblenz.
Point, Seminole State.
So a 10-2 lead for Seminole. That's their largest of the night. Crottinger, Walker. Access denied. That's Koblenz again.
Trojan.
It's a 9-point lead for Seminole State. Coffeyville just searching for answers here in this fourth set. Really, first time tonight they've been kind of caught scrambling. Prince, Crottinger setting for Scott. That's been working all night. Ainsley Scott puts a point down, 11-3, and we'll see Whitley Scott and Dorian Clough checking in. That's been working all night. Ainsley Scott. Whitley and Clough come in for Scott and Crottinger. Grace Prince, Lillian Whitley setting Genesis Walker. Tough dig from Terrio. Ravens keep it alive. Whitley setting Dorian Clough. Big swing. That one up in the rafters. It comes down, and it's blocked. Kept up. Now Mosley comes in. Whitley. And it's a Red Raven point this time.
Point, Coffeyville.
Facing a 9-point deficit. Just chip away a little point by point. And 11-4, and Lillian Whitley will serve. Return coming from Koblenz. Whitley sets it in the middle for Grace Prince. That one kept up. Koblenz, Mosley. And now setting back row, it's Ashcroft, and she didn't get all of that one.
Point, Seminole State.
Whitley setting Walker. Walker able to push it over. Seminole keeps it alive and plays it over. That's number 7, Macy Berry. First time we've seen her tonight. And she's going to help Seminole build that lead back up to 9, 13-4. So an outstanding start to set 4 from the Trojans. But on cue, Alyssa Thomas serves it into the net. Serenity Burke comes back in to serve, and for Genesis Walker.
Number 7, Serenity Burke to serve for Coffeyville.
Burke's had a nice night serving, as have the Ravens. And Burke. Koblenz hit it too far. That's a point for the Ravens. Overhit by Sydney Koblenz. And another serve coming for Serenity Burke. Burke gets it over, and Barry the one to return. That one pushed over and down. And that was Borchers.
Point, Seminole State.
Makahununu back in to serve, the sophomore setter. Ashcroft, big swing. One of the better ones of the night from Ava Ashcroft. Ashcroft, big swing.
Mosley.
Now I'm second guessing myself. Was that Ashcroft or was that Prince, Ryan? Did you see? It might have been Grace Prince. That one out of play, 15-7.
Point, Trojans.
Well, she got subbed out after the play. (15-7) Seminole leads. They have the serve as well. Burke, Whitley. Whitley sets it for Ashcroft. This one into the net.
Point, Seminole State.
Trojans doing a nice job of keeping that lead where it's at. Dorian Clough puts it down for the Red Ravens. Crottinger, Scott back into the game. And Crottinger will serve here for the Lady Ravens. 16-8 lead for Seminole State. Nice serve by Lauren Crottinger. It's a tough return. Seminole able to make it. Crottinger, Mosley sets it for Ava Ashcroft. Ashcroft will play it over wisely. Mosley, and that's Borchers, who didn't quite get all of it, and instead the Ravens get all of it and get the point. And that's Borchers, who didn't quite get all of it, and instead 16-9. And Crottinger serving once again. Big swing, hit long, out of play, Raven point. The deficit down to 6. Ravens continue to try to chip away. Another serve from Crottinger, and it's a Raven point.
Point, CCC.
16-7 has turned into 16-11. Another strong serve from Crottinger. This one pushed over by Jeffrey, and it does find the court.
Point, Seminole State.
Serve from Benoit. Crottinger for Ainsley Scott. Was it touched? They say no.
Point, Seminole State.
18-11. Benoit to serve again. Seminole trying to force a set 5 tonight. Ainsley Scott keeps it in play. Ashcroft plays it over. And that one, Mosley, diving dig. Scott. That's going to be a really tough return, able to be made by Jeffrey. Crottinger sets Marjorie in the middle. It's going to be a really tough return, able to be made by Jeffrey. Crottinger sets Marjorie in the Genesis Walker, Tinsley Mitchell come in for Coffeyville.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 6, Tinsley Mitchell.
And it will be the freshman out of Catoosa, Oklahoma, Tinsley Mitchell, serving here for the Red Ravens. Coffeyville still facing a 6-point deficit. And coming in with a ton of speed was Jeffrey. Ravens keep it up, and Walker. Benoit keeps it in play, and that one down for Seminole State.
Point, Seminole State.
Now we see the return of Sydney Koblenz. And the serve coming here from Lillian Jeffrey. Kennedy Mason's probably been the top performer tonight, but Jeffrey's been very good as well. Marjorie tries again, and it's played over. What a play by the Trojans to keep that up. Walker, big swing, and the Ravens get the point anyway.
Point, Coffeyville.
What a play by the Trojans to keep that up.
Genesis
Walker, big swing, and the Ravens get the point anyway. Marjorie to serve. Grace Prince comes back in for Madison Mosley. Ravens have trimmed it down to 6. They've trailed by as much as 9 in this set. And Prince, that's a Raven point. A miss hit from Alyssa Thomas. Crowd trying to get back into it a little bit. 19-14, Majori. That's going to be another tough return. Benoit able to get it over. Mitchell, Crottinger, Scott comes in and mishit it.
Point, Seminole State.
Seminole, the first team to 20 here in set number 4. That one hit long.
Point, Coffeyville.
Terrio with the service error. Whitley and Clough back in for Crottinger and Scott.
Serving for Coffeyville, number 15, Lily Ann Whitley. Coach.
Lillian Whitley to serve. Ravens need a big run. And on the outside, Barry dug out by Tinsley Mitchell. Walker plays it over. They set it for Koblenz, blocked. And it lands out of play for a Seminole point.
Seminole State.
Serving here, Alyssa Thomas. Seminole 4 points away. And that's going to be a service ace as Walker couldn't corral it.
Point, Seminole State.
Blair Wyrick calls her second time out of the set. Ravens down 7. Gonna take the best run of the night to take this one. Seminole up 7. We're right back here on the Red Raven Sports Network. A 22-15 lead for the visiting Seminole State Trojans, trying to force a winner-take-all set 5. Dorian Clough got it over, could not get it down.
Point, Seminole State.
And the Trojan lead back up to 8. They've led by as much as 9 here in this 4th set. 23-15. Mosley setting it for Walker. Raven offense just a little bit out of sync here in this 4th set, it feels like. And that's a kill for Genesis Walker. Ava Ashcroft about to check back in, as is Serenity Burke. It feels like, and that's a kill for Genesis. A little bit here in this set. Ashcroft's cooled off a little bit in this set. Who's going to kind of emerge as that next attacker that's really in the zone for Coffeyville? Because that's probably what it's going to take to win here tonight. Serenity Burke. Tough return here. Benoit setting it for Barry. Ashcroft keeps it up. Ava Ashcroft floats it over. Seminole has no problems with it. Koblenz. Whitley setting Ashcroft. Big swing this time, and it's going to get down for Seminole on a clean block.
Point, Seminole State.
Set point, Seminole. Bobby Latha's team trying to force a winner-take-all set 5 for the second time in 5 days. Makahunanu serving for the set. Mosley, Whitley got it over. But it is a Seminole State point.
Set number 4 goes to Seminole State.
And the Trojans opened up with a great start, led 9-1, and they hold that lead for the duration of the set. We're going to a winner-take-all set 5. First to 15 coming up next Coffeyville, Seminole, 2 sets apiece. Set 5 starts right after this on the Red Raven Sports Network. Set 5 coming up here at Nellis East. What a home opener we've had. Ravens and Seminole State Trojans. Shane Neal with you here on the Red Raven Sports Network. And it's been back and forth just as it was in Dallas 4 days ago. Ravens won set 1, 25-19. Seminole took set 2, 25-22. Ravens set 3, 25-23. Seminole set 4, 25-16. None of that matters now. It's a first to 15. Winner takes all. Coffeyville won the coin toss. They will serve to start set 5. Out there for the Ravens, it'll be Madison Mosley, Serenity Burke, Melina Marjorie, Lauren Crottinger, Ava Ashcroft, and Ainsley Scott. Lauren Crottinger serving to start the 5th and final set. Coffeyville trying to ensure the home opener ends with a win. Big swing, hit long. Catherine Borcher's got a decent set from Makahununu, but put too much on it. 1-0 Ravens here in set 5. And another point for Coffeyville. Ashcroft and Marjorie there at the net. 2-0 Ravens. This one gets over and down for Lauren Crottinger. This one gets over and down for Lauren Crottinger. 3-0 Coffeyville, trying to build up a lead early in this fifth set. Going far side, Mason blocked. Seminole keeps this one up. And returnable, Crottinger, Mosley tries to set Ainsley Scott. It got over, it got down. 4-0 lead for the Red Ravens.
Now here in set 5, each team only with
it got
one
over,
timeout.
it got down. 4-0 lead for the.
I didn't say that to point that out to you, Ryan. That's just a fact. That one hit long. It gets Seminole on the board here in set 5. So 4-1, the Ravens get 4 points while Crottinger serves. Now have a 3-point lead. First to 15. Benoit serving for the Trojans. Burke goes down and gets it. Crottinger, Ashcroft, big swing, out of play. And Seminoles cut the deficit in half, 4-2. Benoit serving once again, trying to get Seminole back within 1. Burke, Crottinger setting Ainsley Scott, winds up. This one returnable, Makahununu. Mason, dug out by Madison Mosley. Crottinger sets Marjorie. This one sent over, Mosley. Crottinger setting Scott, big swing. It's down, Ainsley Scott. Mosley, Crottinger setting Scott, big swing. It's down, Genesis
Ainsley
Walker,
Scott.
Tinsley Mitchell will check in for Ashcroft and Burke. 5-2 Ravens here early set 5. And serving is the freshman out of Catoosa, Tinsley Mitchell. Martinez gets down to the ground to return it, and that's a much needed point for Seminole. 5-3. How big was that 4-0 start for Coffeyville? Ever since then, it's been pretty even. Ravens holding a 2-point lead. Mitchell, Crottinger, Walker this time winds up and gives the Ravens the point. Crottinger,
Genesis
Walker this
off
time
another assist
winds
from Lauren
up Crottinger and gives the Ravens the point. Now serving, it's Melina Marjorie. And an excellent serve by Marjorie. It's a tough return. And what a dig from Marjorie. Prince tries to push it over. Ravens trying to go on the attack. Crottinger setting Scott. Big swing again. Dug out. Longest rally of set 5. Crottinger sets Walker. That one blocked. Prince keeps it up. Mitchell, Walker tries again with the left. This one dug out by Mitchell. It's going to ricochet off the ceiling. And Scott pushed back by Thomas. It gets over again. This might be the longest rally of the night. Crottinger, Walker, kept up. Crottinger again tries to set it for Marjorie. This is a big point. Kept up yet again. Crottinger, Scott, hit long, and finally the marathon point goes to Seminole. And makes it 6-4. In to serve is Ileana Terrio. Walker, Crottinger, right back to Walker. This one denied by Koblenz. And it's 6-5. Coffeyville clinging to a 1-point lead in front of the home fans. Terrio serving with a chance to tie. And a miss hit from Terrio gives the Ravens the serve back. Clough and Whitley back in for Scott and Crottinger. That's very similar to how we saw set 3 end. Some unforced errors
from Seminole gave the Ravens some crucial points. That's a big miss hit by Terrio. 7-5 and Whitley serving. And that one sneaks over by Lillian Whitley. It's a Raven point. Whitley serving. And that one sneaks over by Lillian Whitley. It's a Raven point. We saw it right there from Lillian Whitley. 8-5 Coffeyville, and another serve from Whitley. And it is out this time, 8-6. Raven fans trying to plead their case that might have caught the corner. Our officials not buying it. 8-6, and now serving it's Alyssa Thomas. Tough return, Walker, Whitley. From the back row, Tinsley Mitchell. Very hard hit and long. That'll make it 9-6. Coffeyville's lead is 3. And in to serve, it's Serenity Burke. Prince, Ashcroft, Clough, Mosley, Whitley, and Burke. That one gets over. It's an ace! Serenity Burke has the Ravens up 4. Clough, Mosley, Whitley, and Burke. That one gets over. It's an ace! Serenity. Burke serving again. Ravens up 10-6. Crowd on their feet. Burke a little floater this time, returnable. And in the middle, big hit. Borchers finds the back line. And if Catherine Borchers can find that back line, that's a big weapon that I think Seminole's been hoping to have all night. Is her 6-foot frame in the middle. Tough return here by the Ravens. Burke pushes it up. Ashcroft will play it over. 10-7, Coffeyville in front. They try to set up the block. What a dig, Madison Mosley, but Burke and Whitley not going to be able to run it down. Seminole back within 2, 10-8. Another serve coming from the Trojans. Whitley sets it for Ava Ashcroft. Tough dig by Benoit. And that is down. We have a 1-point game again. And here Blair Wyrick going to use her timeout. Ravens 10, Seminole 9. That race to 15 really getting intense here in Nellis. We're right back on the Red Raven Sports Network. Ravens lead at 10-9 in the winner-take-all set 5 here at Nellis East. Coffeyville winners of sets 1 and 3. Seminole State winners of sets 2 and 4. Very eerily similar to how a 5-set thriller played out on Saturday. Whitley, Dorian Clough, blocked and it's down. We're tied at 10. Seminole State has scored 4 straight points and have turned a 10-6 deficit into a 10-10 deadlock. Blair Wyrick out of timeouts. Bobby Latha has 1 remaining. Ashcroft, big swing. Ravens back in front. Ava Ashcroft. Madison Mosley will serve. She's joined by Burke, Marjorie, Whitley, Ashcroft, and Dorian Clough. Mosley gets it over. And they'll set it in the middle. That is down. We're tied at 11. Ashcroft and Marjorie got a piece of it, and they turn to the Raven bench feeling like maybe they should have had it. (11-11), and it's Yancy Martinez serving for the Trojans. Burke, Whitley, that's going to be tough, and it's down. And Seminole has their first lead of set 5. (12-11) Trojans. Martinez to serve again. Tough dig, Ashcroft. They set it back for Ava. Big swing. Ava Ashcroft. We are tied. Tough dig, Ashcroft. They set it back for Ava. Big swing. Ava Ashcroft. We 12-12. A game, a match that has been back and forth the entirety of the night. Crottinger. And the Ravens can go on the attack. Crottinger setting Ashcroft. That's the hot hand! She's got the Ravens back up 1. Third straight kill for Ava Ashcroft. That's the hot hand! Seminole. She's got the Ravens back up 1. More out of Canada. Heating up. Ravens up 1. We'll be right back here on the Red Raven Sports Network. (13-12), Lauren Crottinger serving with the Ravens up by 1 in set 5. Maka Hunanu and Mason got it over. We're tied at 13. Man, is this one coming down to the wire. I said first to 15, but you do have to win by 2. So there is a chance now that we go beyond 15. But serving here is Benoit. The winner of this point will have a match point. Crottinger, Burke has to keep it alive. Marjorie plays it over. Ravens trying to get set up defensively. It's kept up by Serenity Burke. Ainsley Scott, big swing, dug out. And played over. Crottinger, Mosley, this point the biggest of the night. Ainsley Scott, dug out again. Martinez, big swing. Mason kept up. Crottinger, Scott tries again. And it's kept up again. Crottinger, they keep feeding Ainsley Scott. Match point Ravens. Ainsley Scott finally gets it to go down. Kept up again. Crottinger, they keep feeding Ainsley Scott. Match point Ravens. And if at first you don't succeed, try again. Match point. Tinsley Mitchell serving. And Mitchell gets it over. And it's pushed over and out! Ravens win a thriller again in 5 sets. It's their third 5-set win of the season already. And they take it. Final score in this one, 25-19, 22-25, 25-23, 16-25, 15-13. What a thriller here at Nellis. Let's take a couple minutes to catch our breath. We're going to hear from the Red Raven player of the game coming up in just a couple minutes here on RRSN. Back here at Nellis Hall after a thrilling victory for the Red Ravens in 5 sets against the Seminole State Lady Trojans. Shay Neal here on the Red Raven Sports Network, now joined by our player of the game, Ava Ashcroft. And Ava, this is the second time in 5 days these two teams have gone 5 sets.
Yep.
And I know it's exhausting, but man, for first home game of the year, great crowd, ton of energy. Has to feel really exciting to get this one.
Yeah, that was a great game. It was fun to play. We love playing Seminole, and we love beating them, so.
Great to hear. And I know, you're a part of that class of, girls that come to mind, Dorian, Ainsley, Lauren Crotting back, these returners from last year to this year. And it feels like something that's really noticeable on the court is you play with, you're a lot more vocal, you play with a lot more leadership, I feel like, this year. So talk about going from freshman year to sophomore year.
Yeah.
Some of the things you learned about, kind of being more of an upperclassman now here in your second season.
I think I bring a lot of experience, and I think that helps with confidence on the court. And I think that helps me be a great leader out there. I mean, I know what I'm doing. I've played here before. I know how to put the ball down, and that's what I like to do. So.
Well, early in the season, we're gonna ask this question, not to necessarily not celebrate tonight, but of course it's still a very young team, very new team. So 3-2, great start. You couldn't ask for much better. But you got another match coming up on Friday. What's something you feel this team does at a really good level right now, and what's something that you still want to see improvement from as we move into conference play coming up here in just a week?
I think we're learning how to finish really well. We're taking them to 5, so I'd love to finish earlier, but we know how to finish a set. I'd love to see more consistency from our team, and that's what we're working really hard on in the gym. So, should come as we grow.
Red Ravens will be back on the court Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock. They take on Dallas College Mountain View, looking for their 3rd straight win. Ava Ashcroft, good enough to join us after this fun 5-set thriller, and now it's time for the girls to go get some sleep.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you, appreciate it. Big thank you to our entire team today, Esme Smith and Sienna Lewis running cameras for us, Blaine Thornton, our head replay official, our executive producer, Ryan Liker, who at the last minute shifted over to camera. Ryan, appreciate you. I'm Shay Neal saying good night here on the Red Raven Sports Network. Red Ravens win it in 5. We'll be back at it on Friday. Don't go anywhere. You've been watching Red Raven Volleyball here on the Red Raven Sports Network.